Hello everyone! Welcome to my bold and the beautiful gossip channel. I hope you're all having an amazing day. Before we dive into today's content, make sure to hit that subscribe button and show some love by giving this video a thumbs up. At Forrester, Eric announces, "This situation is incredible. How does Carter figure he can pull off this?" Steffi and Edge recap how he fooled them into giving up power. Eric inquires as to why he would try and do it. According to Steffi, he did it for trust. Eric says this is a privately run company and Carter has no privilege to attempt to unseat both of them. Edge guarantees him they'll figure this out. Justin thumps and comes in. They need to hear that Carter won't ever get his hands on the organization. Justin Eric BNB. In Trust's lodge, she and Carter make out. He's grieved that Steffi came around there yesterday and upset her. She's in Edge's mind and he's faulting her for everything. Carter had no real option except to document the LLC papers and proclaims that another day is going to first light at Forrester Manifestations. Trust lets him know he looks great and changes his tie. Carter laments that it worked out like this. Trust recaps that they continued to forget about him. Carter says he's doing this for her, the Logans as a whole, and everybody at Forrester. The fight between the families closes today. In Bill's office, he stops a call when he gets one more letter from Luna. He walks about with it. At last, he chooses to open it and starts perusing. It says Luna laments what she did and pins it on youth injury. She realizes that is something he can connect with. Luna requests that he kindly come and visit her. "I miss you. Love, Luna." At the prison, Luna's amazed to see Poppy is visiting her once more. She tells her she was apprehensive she'd never returned. Poppy didn't know she could, however makes sense of, "I'm your mom, Luna. I raised you better than this. Each of this simply makes me extremely upset. I can't acknowledge what you did." Luna tells her she merits no compassion. Poppy recaps that she ended the existences of two men, one of whom was her dad, and afterwards set her available. She kidnapped Steffi and planned to kill the mother of two small kids. Also, for what? Some unusual fixation on Bill. Luna inquires, "Have you seen him? Have you conversed with Bill?" Poppy inquires as to why she's getting some information about Bill. She brought him up the last opportunity she came as well. "It has wiped out what you did. Kissing the man I love while I was in jail for the violations you committed." She can't completely accept that this is their life now. Luna says her legal advisor told her they could record an allure. She demands she's as yet her youngster who needs her. Poppy cries that she feels such disgrace in some cases. "Was it me who made this beast?" She did the best with what she had and thought she was enough for her. Perhaps she didn't have a traditional youth or have the ideal mother, however she had a decision. "You want to acknowledge your destiny since you are never leaving. Ever." Brooke tracks down Trust in her lodge and gives her Beth's rabbit. Trust says thanks to her. Brooke inquires as to whether she's all right. Trust says there's simply a great deal happening at Forrester. Brooke recaps that Edge and Steffi are exceptionally irate. She trusts things can be worked out. Trust realizes it will. Brooke inquires as to whether she knows something she doesn't. Trust muses, "We should simply say, after today, Forrester won't ever go back." In the principal office, Justin lets the Forresters know that Carter has selected himself as director. Carter strolls in. Steffi and Edge remind him he's not permitted there, and Eric lets him know he has some nerve showing his face there. "You're only a deceiver." Carter, Justin Eric BNB. Edge advises Carter that Justin was going to bring up the openings in his little arrangement. Justin rehashes that Carter has designated himself administrator of the LLC. Eric hollers that it doesn't make any difference. Justin says it does. Edge and Steffi marked the administrative work and saw Carter's name on it. Edge howls that he saw his name was on it, yet he was their attorney. According to Eric, they confided in him. Justin says that was their greatest error. He proclaims there's nothing more he can do. It has been accurately recorded and is substantial. Eric says the situation is a trick. Steffi fights that they marked it deceptively. Edge hollers that it was a snare. Justin says it wasn't at all peace moral, yet was it legitimate? In fact, yes. He's sad to say that this is a perfect exchange of force. According to Eric, in no way, shape or form. Justin expresses that as per what they have documented, Carter presently makes major decisions. Justin Eric Steffi Edge BNB. At the prison, Poppy has gone, yet Luna learns she has another guest. Luna remains as Bill strolls in pants. Good gracious, that is no joke. In the lodge, Brooke asks what trust implies by nothing will at any point be something very similar at Forrester. She makes statements can be achieved with genuineness instead of tricky and shrewd. It's best it didn't end up working. Trust inquires, are you certain about that? She tells her mom she could have been talking too early. Carter is simply beginning. He documented the papers. He's around there currently tending to the family. Brooke cries, good gracious, Trust, what have you done? They won't bring this plunking down. Trust says they'll need to in light of the fact that they're not in power any longer. Carter is in charge of the organization now. In the principal office, Steffi asks Carter how he could do this. Eric pronounces that he betrayed them. Carter expresses it's to bring about some benefit for the organization. Edge expresses it's to bring about some benefit for him and his better half. Carter says there will be no more partiality. Edge calls attention to that as the thing he's doing at present. Carter gripes that Brooke has the top underwear line on the planet and she's neglected. Edge emits, ignored by who? Carter fuss that she gets no regard, very much like expectation. He calls Steffi out for terminating expectation for individual reasons. He attempted to beg them, yet they wouldn't tune in, so he needed to move forward and assume command over the organization. Eric hollers, my organization. I planned the main assortment, I cut the examples, I cut the texture. He deceived him with Quinn and he pardoned him, and presently he's double-crossed him once more. I stand with Edge. You're terminated. Carter says he detested double-crossing Edge. Edge says it seemed as though he somewhat cherished it. Carter would rather not lose his kinship. According to Edge, you lost it. It's finished. Carter answers, then, at that point, I would rather not lose my lead architect. The Forrester giggle in dismay as Eric inquires, your lead creator? Carter gets that it's stunning and there will be a change period, however they will move beyond it. He's doing this to ultimately benefit the organization. He gets that he ought not be here, he's not family. Edge says they regarded him accordingly. Carter says he's an outcast. You take a gander at me the same way you take a gander at the Logans. Steffi advises him to pay attention to himself. You believe you're enamored with Trust, yet she's utilizing you. Awaken! Eric says no more. He arranges Carter out of the structure. Carter rather strolls behind the work area. I'm not leaving. I deal with the LLC, so regardless of whether you like it, I'm responsible for Forrester manifestations, and I'm staying put. Is that gotten it?